Alright, welcome back. Our crew has made some pretty solid preparations in anticipation of Hilaria 47 and the inevitable havoc it will bring. You guys find yourself around the barricade, or on your side of the barricade, in whatever positions you would like. You guys want to go ahead and do that?
Is the ruler accurate, or like how many meters in a square?
It should be 2.
Thank you. So I can move 2, 4. I can still be here and still be jacked in.
Yes.
Yeah. Just so we can ask for the world out there, how high up is this scaffolding? Like as far as being on the top, like how many meters would it take of movement to get down to the ground level from up there?
Say it take 3 squares. So 6
So
meters.
essentially a whole turn of movement just to get down to the ground. Cool.
Yeah, so that's
Right.
like what? That's more than 10 feet, isn't it? You're pretty good way up there.
Maybe I'll hit my targets from here.
I wouldn't count on it.
One can.
You at least get a
One
good,
can hope.
better DB on it.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually. The range is pretty important with a lot of these.
Dallas snickers at Mateo behind that big old shield before he jacks himself into them. Well, before he pulls his goggles down, he wants to keep a lookout through the cameras as things get started for either big packs of cars or the buses, that have been mentioned before. I'm also open to suggestions if anyone has any other suggestions.
Again, the very little
Specifically-
cars, the one you got to look out for. That's going to be your sign.
God damn.
Either that or there'll be one really, really fat guy, and then he'll, like, burst into a bunch of little ones. Like, the tricks. Mateo was traumatized by it at a young age. Probably the new it to us, but I think that's... He's gonna... This is gonna be... I get to roll for therapy at the end of this, is what I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be good for me.
Yeah, you can do another one.
That's
There's never
really
too much
tough.
therapy.
Stephen Ring presents CyberPunk, and the dude's just like a cyborg living in the sewers.
He's like Ruthven, but clown version.
No, there you go.
We're all chromed out down here.
Shut the fuck up.
Mateo,
That's good.
if you can't get over your fears, then just do it scared.
No, I'm going to have a blast. This is going to be healing for me. It's just not an aversion. It is... I've needed this for a long time.
Rex will cock his head back and be like, alright, guys, time to straighten up. We should be
Funny
seeing
how-
Bozos any minute now.
I was thinking the same thing. What does Dallas in his camera eyes see?
All of a sudden we hear.
Cold sweat.
Dallas, as you look down at your watch, or whatever you use to keep time, I guess your agent, you notice right at the strike of 5 p.m., you hear a rumbling in the distance. Along with something that sounds like a music box being played over a loudspeaker.
Sounds like they're on the way.
Called it.
Alright,
Are we,
Sounds like something heavy coming. Dallas will give whatever the closest order to like prepare yourselves would be. Like if you're not ready, you better buckle up.
Just to be clear, we're not firing on sight, right? We're waiting for them to start shit?
oh yeah, you're just protecting block 1.
I got you. Okay.
If that thing
Alright.
crosses this here, if that crosses this here crosswalk without slowing down, I vote we lay into it.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
You mean firmly on the other side of the barricade?
If the car isn't slowing down, yeah. Because I'm under the impression right this second, Dallas thinks they may have something heavy coming to run the barricade.
Mm.
Are you like
In
open
that
on
case-
comms?
If you...
Yeah, because
Yeah, we have-
comms?
yeah,
Oh yeah, you do.
yeah, it's the future.
Joan also has a mobile comm center that has like 2 detachable, like walkies, quote unquote. So we're all plugged in one way or another. Hearing that, I think Mateo's gonna like whip Joan back and like have the combat plow maybe, let's say 20 or 30 feet back from the barricade. If they start to break through it, he'll like try to counter smash and stop them, slow them down.
There you go.
You've got
Alright,
you
alright.
look in the turret. Okay.
I mean, I'm sitting up there in the thing, I'm looking down, and I'm like, I mean, honestly, if I were you, I'd just try to redirect them, toss something down to the south, see if you can kick them to the north, maybe blow a tie out, see if you can change their trajectory.
If we can get them to stop from crashing to this, fantastic. But just in case they break it, I want to be the last line of defense, no? But if you want to go for the tires, by all means.
Oh, makes sense to me. If they don't look like they're slowing down, I'm gonna try to blow the front left out and see if I can kick them up north a little bit.
As this approaches, can Mateo try to identify the vehicle? And like as a nomad mechanic, like give him like, hey, here's a weak point in this specific vehicle that might neutralize it or slow it down quicker.
Well, first we got found out that's what's actually happening there. Let's see what they roll up.
Fair enough.
You
I'll
could
wait
try
till
to
they
be.
cross that crosswalk.
Yeah, right. Mateo. You could try to identify the vehicles, but you'd see it be kind of redundant. As
Oh, yeah.
one of them turns the corner and starts heading for the street that you guys are across from. As the music that's playing over the loudspeaker starts to get a little bit clearer, you see an ice cream truck
Oh no.
Oh no, sweet tooth.
with an armored chassis. See here. Yeah, right. This
Oh my
one
God.
This one speeds down the road, takes a right onto the sidewalk, and plows down a couple pedestrians.
Shit.
All right. So these two are dead.
Bro, this is fucking Twisted Metal. Like,
It
Yeah,
really
that's
is.
what sweet tooth.
I think we found the bozos we're looking for. Eyes up.
You really did.
You know, I told that guy yesterday. I told him not to come into the street, and you know what? Now he's dead, and I have no sympathy for him.
Indeed.
You can't, man. That's not your job.
Just to say it,
A
Dallas
second
jacks
one
out.
pulls up.
Yeah, Dallas jacks out. Takes pistol up. Don't need them
See,
cameras.
this one pulls up to here and stops in the intersection.
no good.
All right. Followed by a third and final ice cream truck.
Music.
Yeah.
I know, I can hear it in the
I'm-
background a little bit.
It's pretty good. Also, just to say it, when people start getting out of the vans, Dallas wants to use his Send Devastan. Even if they don't
Wait,
do
what?
anything bad. When people start getting out of the vehicle, Dallas is going to activate his Send Devastan. Even if they're not doing anything bad, he's going to be ready to be all Send Devastan.
Sand devastated.
Sounds good to me.
I hate
I'm
everything.
triggered. They just run over a bunch of people, so I'm assuming bad intentions. So Dallas is gonna turn into a Flash there for a second.
All right. Out of each of these ice cream trucks, 4 Bozos pop out. All right. Each one
That's
is
too many bozos.
4
There's a
here,
lot of
4 here,
Bozos.
and 4 here.
Oh god.
Now, keeping in
12
mind, these Bozos are doing their own thing right now. By that I mean, a third of these Bozos you notice are armed with assault rifles. Another third is armed with spiked baseball bats, and the last third, is armed with something that looks like squirt gun.
Oh, nothing menacing at all.
Right? And they happen to be dousing everything they come across.
Oh no.
Oh no, can we get an ID on that? That's gotta be gas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all.
probably.
Yeah.
Is it
You do a little-
Fago?
Do a little
Yeah,
perception
probably.
check.
Whoop, whoop.
Anybody?
It seems to be
else?
yellow.
Yeah.
It
I
does
was
seem to
gonna
be yellow.
say, can I toss a tear gas grenade as they're getting out?
Ooh.
Mm.
Now hot,
Jesus,
baby.
I've had enough. Yeah.
I mean, you definitely could, but it seems like it would draw the Bozos to you guys and block 1.
I would advise against
Human
this.
perception.
they were-
That's
They
That's a
ran
crit
over
fail
some
for a total of 7.
pedestrians, but they're not like outright attacking. They seem to be going about their own business.
They're murdering stuff, just not us.
Yeah, they're attacking shit. They're breaking windows. They're gunning people down.
Was that a human perception or a regular perception? I'm sorry.
Wait, what for exactly?
I
Identify
oh,
with their
fuck,
spraying. Identify
yeah,
with their spraying.
if it's gas or whatever that they're squirting out.
Let me get a regular perception on that one.
I rolled the wrong one. It makes a. Oh, it's still a critical fail, but it's a 9 this time. That's better.
It's not worse. It's certainly a liquid. You can't really pertain.
Oh boy.
You get the feeling that it's not water, though.
Part of me wants if they have like packs of this shit on. Part of me thinks fire the packs and I should have bought the fucking flamethrower attachment. God damn it. I was torn between that and rocket launcher, and I let the rocket get the better of me.
Hindsight's
Did you have an
2020.
incendiary grenade? Did anyone buy an incendiary grenade? Because that would ignite.
Oh, I have a regular grenade, but not incendiary. Or two.
Ooh, I might have incendiary arrows.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, you're not in the
You
car.
gonna light one up?
Plug the lighter.
We
and
have incendiary
shoot the lighter
bullets.
to burn her arrow.
No, I do not have incendiary ammo. But-
Wait.
I do have incendiary ammo.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
I also apparently have an incendiary grenade, but I think that was a carryover from like a long time ago. So you could rule if I still have that or not.
While you guys are discussing grenades, a nearby bozo will smash a window of a car on the street next to you and laugh maniacally while running away.
It seems cute.
Right? Doesn't seem like they're trying to get into the barricade.
Are they interested in this building, this other building we've been hired to protect? Like, are they fucking with that area?
All the mayhem seems to be starting in the top corner. Doesn't seem like they've worked their way over to there yet, but they probably will here soon.
Interesting.
Be at the ready.
They're just juggling there, menacingly.
Menacingly. Alright, since you're the one that did
I'm
this,
not gonna sacrifice the whole mission for 200 eddies. Like, if they're gonna knock down this street, if we leave them alone, then let it burn.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
My feet are propped up on the rail. I'm just chilling. I'm talking to Bach and Echo and nothing's happening.
This
We're
guy
sharing
makes
like
me
a
nervous.
like an instant noodle cup or some shit.
I look down there. I'm like, it's hard to tell from up here which ones are the bozos and which ones are the clowns. They all look the same.
Very philosophical.
you guys sit back and admire the mayhem a little bit. You see, like, very eclectic and strange groups of bozos. You can definitely pick out different factions of these bozos. Some of them are running around, just chasing people, laughing maniacally. There's a group that of 3 bozos that seem to be juggling stun grenades.
Oh god.
And these jugglers, let's call them, are just throwing flashbangs everywhere, fucking with people. One
You have
really
to admit, it's impressive. Like,
They don't have to have like orange Fanta or anything, huh? Or Fago.
Oh yeah, it's Fago.
Fago.
They got the black and white face paint.
I look down there. I'm like, that's a weird looking dude painted on the side of that van. He's holding like a hand axe, running kind of funny.
Hey, give me a perception check.
Teo? Oh boy. That's a critical success. There we go. 25.
25. Within this crowd of bozos and fleeing pedestrians, you notice that there's one figure that seems to be like a still point in the storm. Like he's walking slowly through the crowd, not with the same energy level as the crowd. You see him right here. You see him right here. He seems to be
hard.
He seems to be on a really one-track mind.
It's,
This guy has classic clown hair, the 2 red puffs on each side, and he has a large red nose.
Oh no. It's a blow up nose.
You were right, Bakaneko.
beep, 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 beep.
He removes his grenade nose, and it makes a loud honk. He throws it at one of the ice cream trucks, which explodes.
Oh shit.
Right?
Does it catch the gas on fire?
Yeah, it catches the surrounding gas on fire. The ground around the ice cream truck is set ablaze.
Fuck.
This particular
Mateo's
boat.
wondering,
This particular bozo will laugh maniacally and promptly vanish. You lose track of him almost immediately, and he's just gone.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Right?
Wish I'd bought a scanner now. Angry.
If anybody
what's up?
anybody who recognizes that as a cameo gets 2 luck points.
Is it the Joker?
No,
Damn.
magic. You're the one I had hope for, Barb.
I was trying to
Oh my
think.
god.
A dude with classic clown throws a grenade, blows up a truck, and disappears. It's got a red nose, tufts of red hair. I don't know. Killer clowns from outer space.
I appreciate that reference, but it is not.
I don't know.
Like, damn,
For
is
you-
it that clown from Ren and Stimpy or some shit?
You almost had it. No, this is the one, the only Ozob Bozo, for those who
Oh,
have played
yeah.
Cyberpunk 77,
I didn't think that was gonna be him.
which is Bozo spelled backwards.
I didn't realize he was alive at this point.
A little bit of meta knowledge, which is just for funsies about Ozob Bozo. In the playtests when Mike Pondsmith was creating Cyberpunk, one of the other creators had a character named Ozob Bozo, who was a clown with a grenade for a nose.
Oh my.
I love
What
that.
you're saying is I should
honestly.
have been way more creative with my character.
So he's way in the. So he's just in the pantheon now.
I would say we met.
I
book
love
was-
that.
Oh, shit.
The book was just like, hey, make a cameo of this guy, and I'm like, I know who that is. Yeah, people are going around, shit's blowing up. Eventually, some of the civilians in the area come out of their homes armed with like smaller firearms and start fighting back with the Bozos.
Yeah, get 'em.
Heal your
and-
I'm gonna incite a riot.
Yeah, right. And the intersection erupts into combat.
I offer Buck and Echo my flask. I'm like, hey, you want some of this?
Oh yeah,
Seems interesting.
having a good
As
time
you-
watching this.
As you see everything go into hell, there's a few people that like every now and then somebody will run past you and frantically ask why you aren't helping for running off and getting chased off by a bozo.
I think we've delayed it as long as we can, boys.
I mean,
Dallas, roll for PTSD.
that's none of our business. I mean,
Well, now that if they burn down the block, that's going to affect the businesses we're protecting. You know? Fire spreads.
is our barricade
have-
endangered? Like, if just the truck is on fire at this minute, I agree
Right,
we
yeah.
can't let fire spread down the block. But if we're not, if our block is not in danger, no one's running down it, no fire spread down it, that's not what we paid to do, else.
But they're armed with gas, like they can make the fire spread. Like this is, if the civilians don't kill them all, it's just going to continue. Plus,
sounds like
there's
they
when we cross it.
that may divide their focus, and we might be able to take on a portion of them at a time rather than all 12.
I'm not gonna lie,
We are
my-
also, I'll remind you, being paid to protect that business. You money-hungry fuck.
Yeah, but it's not. If it compromises the main mission, there's no point.
Yeah, 200 eddies ain't 25. Or excuse me, 200 eddies ain't 1200 eddies. It ain't a hard truce.
I feel like Dallas would be used to following orders, and the orders were to not engage unless the block was under attack.
I guess I
agree
see the arson as block under attack, but if we have different definitions of that, I'm not going to be the only one to incite combat, but in my mind, the block is in danger.
Is our barrier in
Unfortunately-
danger of catching fire, Ben?
No.
If they squirt it with the water gun of gasoline, will it be?
Then we'll intervene. If they start
if
to
they
burn
do
it
that,
down, yeah, we'll intervene. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my mindset is also the same because of my background. So I'm just watching the barrier. Like the minute something crosses that, I will not hesitate to murder it. But until it gets there, I'm just
if
hanging
you
out.
have an idea,
Okay,
for putting
that is
a-
imminent as soon as we have a reason to actually engage. You know.
if you have an idea of how
Sure.
to put the,
But-
the van out, I'm definitely good with that thought, putting the van out. But I don't know that we have anything to do that. I don't want to engage until we absolutely have to.
Can I like shoot a fire hydrant or something? Pop it off?
Mhm.
We get like a fire hydrant going, you know, it'll douse the flames.
You could.
I mean, is there one I can shoot? Close enough to said fire to do anything?
No.
Well,
Shooting a fire hydrant make it open anyway?
I'd say that would depend on the attack roll.
I mean, if you roll a crit, surely you could just hit like the valve on the side versus blowing the whole thing off the wall or the ground.
I mean, either way, as long as it starts spewing out the water.
yeah, I mean,
Around-
you know.
Around this time, the business in the upper left-hand corner just had a Molotov thrown in its window, so it is on fire.
If you love something, set it on fire.
During this commotion, 3 solos show up from the north and start opening fire on Bozos.
It's open season.
Right? Rex will let
I
you
don't-
know that. Rex will let you know that those guys are from the Forlorn Hope, and it's time for some payback.
Oh. Wait. He's with a different group, right?
Oh, he is with them.
Oh, that is his group? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex is a Forlorn Hope merc who operates out of the Forlorn Hope, and he's also the captain for Block 1.
What, Captain?
Yeah.
Now part of me wants to start shooting just because they're shooting. Now it's a trap, but
I was about to say, since Rex is there, I would just straight up ask him, should we help engage?
yeah, are you paying us to help?
I'm paying you. To
Or is this a
protect Block-
personal vendetta?
I'm paying you to protect Block 1. The Forlorn Hope mercs have their own agenda.
We've got
And while,
two.
and while I agree with and are sympathetic toward that agenda, the main goal is to protect Block 1.
I also agree with those two being close, making me nervous. We
I
could
mean,
try to
if
run 'em off.
if we kill the Bozos, we end up protecting the block.
You do,
She's not wrong.
but you would have to fight all the
Think-
Bozos.
I think it's time for someone to shout over and be like, back up from the barricade.
Yeah,
Find
there are
out.
these two here are sort of.
If we see if we can egg them on, then we can, you know, attack the ones that are go for the barricade.
Mateo patches in with his comms, fucking speakers pop out of the vehicle.
You cut out.
You peeked out so hard we couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Still can
Again. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, fuck back is what I'm saying, but
Because you're talking
I'm
to
also-
the top of it instead of the front of it.
Your mic said too loud.
it's just because I'm getting too loud. It's like recognizing it as like interference. But yeah, I'm just saying GTFO. Like, seeing if they respond, if they start to approach or fuck with the barricade at all.
Let's see.
I'd say if you bark an order at the Bozos,
Oh boy.
one of them will look around and like maniacally chuckle at you, moon you, and then throw a Molotov into the dumpster.
Oh, the dumpster that we're using is the barricade?
Yeah, the dumpster's on fire.
Dumpster fire!
The dumpster's always on fire, man. It's fine.
It is
Interfering with the barricade. See,
I
I'm
don't
waiting for y'all to
like
give me the
that.
green light. Like,
I don't like that. Yeah.
I feel like not firing is just delaying the inevitable. Like,
I'm
in my
I'm
mind,
more with-
it's better to kill it before it expands rather than let the fire actually become a threat and then try to take it down. Especially
just
since we
feel
don't have a
like
way
this
to
is,
neutralize it.
I feel like this is a test of how far we let this go. And like, I feel like we could just sit here the whole time and just let it ride. And be like, well, you guys are really messed up for letting everything else burn to the ground. But
Nah, I
Did
think
our job.
Since the dumpster's part of the barrier, like from Dallas's perspective, all bets are off. He's reaching for the stun grenade. Like that's the flimsiest of excuses he needed to just start opening fire.
I'm
Around
down
that
for
time-
this firing on Bozos.
Around that time, Dallas, you hear a rumble and another set of music,
Oh god.
and an ice cream truck blows through the intersection.
Oh no.
But it runs over a dead bozo in the street in fishtails
Oh god.
and smacks into the
Banana
barricade.
peel.
Mm,
And then it hits the barricade.
Oh, yep. Can I get ready to fire on whoever comes out?
yeah, there's more of them.
Yeah, if you want
I
to.
mean,
Definitely
that's...
throwing a tear gas grenade into the truck.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah, I'm
Man,
like,
I
that
don't-
one's...
preparing grenades. Yeah.
don't want to shoot on nothing. I'm just like, let's just see what happens. It's fine. Let's let it roll.
Well, I mean, that guy directly attacked the barricade. He is an
These
active
guys, you
threat.
know. Well,
He
they
didn't mean to. He got DK'd
I
on a
understand it
dead
was
body.
probably an accident, but I would like to mitigate any damage with the tear gas grenade. If they can't see shit, they can't break shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking
Distance them
flashbangs.
from the barricade at least.
Also,
Uh,
if they know that the barricade means death, they might, veer off.
So, is anyone going to talk about how he slipped on that fucking clown like a banana peel? Like, it's just poetic, right?
flat.
It's better not to think about it, damn Eddie.
Okay.
Like, unless I hear Rex say stand down, I'm tossing it.
Yeah, same. Also,
Yeah.
going for flashbang.
You have the launcher too, which I think uses a different modifier. I don't know which one's
Fine, you cowards.
higher for your character.
All right, what you guys
Brave
doing?
from his 10-foot high vantage point. Cowards. No, I'm with Ubik. So like, when he set the dumpster on fire, so as this truck is crashing, Dallas was reaching for a stun grenade, so that would be his course of action. He's gonna bob one over here, or I need to check the range to see the most efficiency, but he's gonna try.
I
to get
also do have in my inventory, I do have already a flashbang and a sleep grenade, so, but I don't want to hit y'all with that. At any point, I'll let y'all throw first.
You deal no damage. So this is a grenade, so it's 3x3, right?
Yes. And that was a tear gas grenade?
Mine is a flashbang.
Oh, you got the flashbang. That's right.
When you say 3x3, you mean square, right?
Yeah, is it
Like
6 meters or
three-
is it like squares on the map? Yeah.
No, it would be 3 squares by 3 squares.
Yeah.
I think you'd want the measure origin to be the edge.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
I guess it would be 6 meters, yeah, because it is 2. I forgot they were 2 meters each.
To the player's handbook.
So it's not that big.
Yeah. I mean,
It is 5 by 5 squares. 10 meter by 10 meters.
oh yeah.
So you
yeah.
concentrate
Oh,
up here
fuck
for
it.
sure.
Talk dirty.
But you
to
do
me,
one
game
you do
master.
one damage roll and it applies to all targets.
Yeah, I'm about to catch this whole fucking chuck right here. Or I guess I can try right.
Say. I guess
This music sounds
This
too
is a
happy
good
for throwing
guy up.
grenades.
these 3 are solo allies, yeah?
Yes.
You could, you could get a good little area of them.
Yeah, we're about to
Chunk
paint
of
that
4?
front line. With
Ready for me?
CC.
Yeah. Tear gas.
Did not catch that, buddy. I'm sorry.
You ready for me to throw the tear gas?
I've been ready. I don't know what they're fucking waiting for.
Yeah, let's do it.
If your heavy weapon skill's decent, you're welcome to use the grenade launcher modifier for that instead of the throw.
Okay.
I don't know what it normally is, but
I need a line. This is. Oh, where's my.
Take the armor ability.
I didn't catch that, buddy. I'm sorry.
It looks like throwing a weapon is whatever your dex plus your athletics is. Otherwise, you can use a grenade launcher.
So whichever's higher for you, bud. If you have good dex / athletics, or if you have a heavy weapon skill, which I think is something else plus that.
I do not have good dex. I think a 5 modifier plus 5.
That's not bad. What's your
And
athletic?
plus athletics will be 2. But then I have a -2 to the armor penalty.
Okay,
That's
so that'd
just
be a
your-
+5
it's
total.
I think
What's
that's
your
just
heavy
on
weapon?
evasion, though. Could be wrong.
I think it's on dex as a total, if I remember correctly. Yeah, armor penalty to reflex, dex, and move.
Okay.
So if your heavy weapon skill is more than a +5, then you should be, you might want to roll with that, but
I got an 11, but it says for the tear
Oh,
gas
yeah.
grenade, they need to pass a DV13 resist torture drugs check.
Well, he rolled an 11. How far did he have to throw it? What was the DV?
Well, no, he has a plus 11. I think is what he said. But for that distance, for the grenade launcher, it's a 16.
I was saying I rolled an 11. I just threw the grenade,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
and
Which-
so I got an 11 total. That's without any sort of distance calculated, I guess.
So that's not gonna reach because the least is 15. Thankfully, I rolled a 15 and I threw it 20 meters, so mine will land over here. Right here, 20 meters.
You.
Sorry, it's this one. This is the 20-meter one. To try to get these four bozos here, that's a DC 15 resist drugs and torture check.
You want to do 4 rolls?
Grenades are hard because of that. Like the 0 to 6 meters is harder than the 7 to 25 meters.
All right, this guy fails.
He's blinded and something else. One second, I'm so sorry.
Can't
So
see or
this
hear.
one, this one
Can't
also
see or hear.
fails.
Damaged eye and damaged ear critical injuries.
But just so we know,
I'll look that up.
Bozo number 3. Ah, she beats it. And he is also blind. You got 3 out of 4.
It's not too bad, honestly.
For sure.
Nah.
One grenade worth.
These guys are kind of incapacitated right now. More or less out of the fight. Okay, so I'm gonna need Mateo and one other person to roll perception checks for me.
I think mine's pretty good. Let me see.
Say, one of you up top.
Mateo beat a 13, the second person beat a 15.
Let's see. My perception's +9.
Oh,
Mine's
I
plus
met with a
10.
13.
Oh, you met with a 13, okay.
Yeah.
If yours is
So-
+10, you should go for it.
Alright, let's see what happens. Have to beat a 15?
Yes.
I'm scared. I rolled a 17.
Oh, yay. Those aren't bad odds at all. Okay. Mateo, you notice within all the chaos, you've painted, you're scanning the battlefield, and something catches your eye. There's this Harley Quinn looking bitch
I know.
who's running through. And like I said, she catches your eye.
Oh.
Because she looks like Margot Robbie, because that would catch my eye. I mean, let's be real.
Nah, she's more like you feel like you know her somehow.
Oh no.
And if you pass a concentration check, you can figure out who.
I'm gonna take a stab at it. Oh, part of me wants to say, is this 40? A concentration check. Where is that? Oh, I forget you can search. Contortionist.
Wow.
I'll use that later. Oh, 24. On
24.
concentration, not contortion.
Mateo, you recognize this as your ex-girlfriend Naomi.
Oh. Yeah.
It took you a while to recognize her without all the crazy clown makeup on, but
Wow. Okay. Noted. Doesn't feel like sharing that information with the party just yet. Oh God.
Too bad it's in session notes already.
she rolled a 4. She does not recognize you or notice you.
Bless.
I'm just kidding.
Mateo suddenly like, I need to buy darker window tint. Like.
So do you
Well,
think
yeah,
Dallas can
sure
do
that-
to put out the fire in the dumpster? Can I close the lid on the dumpster? I don't know. Does it have a lid?
You try. That's a good idea, actually. It does have a lid. There's one lid open and then one lid closed. Yeah.
I'd like to attempt to smother the fire or to dump some, whatever he can feasibly try to do. I guess Devin's first thought is to take a sandbag and tear it open and try to smother the fire that way.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'd be like that.
Let me roll.
Oh wait, do I get anything for that 17 roll, or were we looking for the same thing?
No, we're getting to that. Don't worry.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Ominous at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Didn't mean to sidetrack.
Let's see here.
I was just kind of nervous about this stuff, so it's on fire.
Dallas over there trying to put a dumpster out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you cowboys! You're not trying to rope cows. Shoot something in the face.
I can't figure out what exact skill check to do that with, but that was very logical, Dallas. So I'd say it works. Fuck it.
Oh shit.
That's how
Kinda
fire
makes
works.
sense.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get rolled.
Yeah.
Indeed, I feel you.
Alright.
Glad Dallas is vindicated that he had a smart idea. It feeds his god complex.
Okay. Crave, you noticed this because you are up on that ledge right there. But this manhole cover right here slowly lifts up and moves to the side.
Oh no.
And out of it come
With a red balloon.
Raphael about to shoot your ass, Mateo.
4 Bozos,
Oh god.
but they seem to have a different demeanor than the other Bozos.
One
other
of them
Bozos-
times.
The other Bozos are running around looking like they're having a good time, but these guys are a little more rigid with their movements.
I know. It's the calculated ones.
Alright?
Okay.
And you notice coming out of each of their mouths is a mechanical laughter,
Ugh.
like the fucking
don't like that.
like the fucking Jack in the Box and Elf. You know, yeah, like that shit.
Like the Jack in the Box and Elf.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Been too long.
Where is Ubik?
He's actually
He's in the car with me.
The car here,
He's
yeah.
in the car.
The passenger
Are
seat
you in the
turns into
car?
a
You're
turret.
not in the car.
I was picturing myself standing behind the car, like leaning over it, over the top. But that's all right. I've needed an excuse for a minute. They're beyond the perimeter. Can I fucking shoot them?
I think if I notice that, I'm gonna yell down, Mateo, get in the car for just a second, and I'm gonna throw a biotoxin grenade in the middle of the street.
Before
Get a big
that-
look at fucking leather jacket.
Before that, I'm gonna need all of you to roll initiative.
Yes.
My
Is it-
favorite word.
Has it
Because
been an
the Bozos-
hour
I'm
since
killing
all
time.
of this? Has it been an hour since all this started?
Nah.
Oh,
Say it's been
sad.
like 10 minutes. It's been about like 10 minutes.
Sad. I used my what's it called earlier, so I can't use it now.
Well, if you use your Sandevicent, it should still be active.
Well, it says it lasts
Or unless
for
you-
a minute. Here, let me roll some initiative real fast.
1 minute, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then it takes an hour to pull down.
No, you don't get your initiative bonus.
That's okay.
No way 3 of us rolled 13s, right?
Wow.
Curse.
Whoa! That's cool. That's cool.
I'm scared.
That's basically-
I got an 11.
Wild.
Mateo's over here grappling with whether or not he shoots his ex and confronts the situation, or I think the last thing I recall about her, in fact, I might patch this in the Harley Quinn looking one on the truck, he may be a cyber psycho, he might just be regular psycho. Be on your guards, either way.
Seems kind of personal. You want me to kill him?
Undecided. Jury's still left.
I probably think y'all might want to focus on the ones behind you, Mateo. Are they
I'm just
armed?
warning you, general heads up. She might be. If she's a cyber psycho, I want you to have a heads up. You know.
Are the Bozos that have crossed the barricade armed that come out from the street?
Yes. These 4 Bozos are armed with submachine guns.
Oh yeah, it's time to shoot.
Let me just pause really quick to say that I appreciate that we deferred this for so long and you you still had a plan for them getting behind the line. And it's not like you just made it up. Like, they were there. They were waiting. I
Oh, yeah, they
appreciate
were
that. Now I'm gonna kill stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is the part where everyone with military training goes, weapons hot! They just start shooting.
Which one is it? It is Lehman. Okay, cool. So I'm just getting my initiative set up.
Teo sees him crawling out of the manhole cover, and he's like, this takes me back to when I would wait for cars to come over and then get stuck at the red light and then pop out, steal their catalytic converter, and then, just disappear back into the tunnel. Simpler times.
God, you been stealing cats, man.
It's cheap. It's easy money. Rhodium or some shit. I don't fuck.
God, it's just the 13s, man. It's crazy.
And technically, there's nothing that differentiates myself and Dallas. We had the exact same reflex score too, so I don't know, flip a coin.
Just take your first shot at each other. We'll see whoever gets
Like he's
hit
got
goes second.
a much better chance, considering he's got like a rifle and I've got a pistol.
It'll be fine.
He's my Overwatch. Dallas feels very comforted.
Crave crits on his shot.
And I
What's
shoot
that
Dallas in the
like
neck.
anyway?
His whole fucking stomach blown out, yeah.
Oh look, that's 3 major injuries. Oh boy.
You see, a real sniper knows he never aim for the head because they can turn kind of funny. You always aim for the center of mass. That way you can do the most damage.
Dallas is villain. Comes back as a cyber. What I'm really afraid of is what these guys are good. The dudes that get to go before us, assuming there are any, I'm scared.
Mom, pick me up.
There's a lot of them. There's like 16 or 20 of them now.
Balkanex, where are you?
appreciate that.
Oh, there, you're right there. I see you. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm up in the cat's
I
nest.
think these 4 are the only real problems. These guys down here are incapacitated, or at least 3 of them.
Yeah,
and
there's
honestly,
they're fighting other people.
If they don't,
These
like,
guys.
if they don't try to hop the barrier outside, whatever. I'm just focusing on the 4 behind the barrier. That's my job.
I have a feeling if we start firing shots over here, though, they're not just gonna, stand by. They're gonna join in.
I don't know. They seem.
The
Very
way I see is a
lackadaisical.
Clown Purge, man. They might just be like, whatever, bro. I'm out here. I'm killing stuff. I don't care.
Or they might kill stuff on this side of the barrier.
I don't
We'll
know
just
that
see.
these-
We don't have to. Obviously, these are higher priority, so we can take care of them first. But I'm not
Sort
gonna
of-
I
be
just like that,
surprised if any of these motherfuckers start coming over to us.
But I'm sort of under the impression
like-
they're almost like, you could think of them like untrained. The guys behind us apparently are professionals. Machine guns,
I get that.
like these guys, we might can run the other guys off. They don't seem as hard, so to speak.
I got you.
I'm just glad that you rolled high enough on initiative to take a shot at him and then dive inside the car.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that grenade whether you're there or not.
The only not 13.
13, and
I love that this song is called
I'm
Reds
pissed.
because Brandon's the bar hero says it's called Reds. Sick.
It
Brandon's
was
put a
supposed
lot
to
of-
be like the theme song of the bar. I
Brandon's
rolled
put
an
a lot of,
11, by the way, Ben.
Good lingo in there.
Yeah, I got it.
Looks like the ugly one's got a 10.
I hate that you were cool enough to write a song about your own establishment before we even knew it existed.
Yeah.
That's some shit right there.
What I do.
He's the J.
There we go.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna be opening with Mateo.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
Moving
I
action.
think first, I'm better melee than at this range. I'm gonna be better melee than I am with a ranged weapon. Mateo sees the manhole cover shift and sees these guys coming out, and he's gonna rush up on in Assassin's Creed style. His wrist pops out, and this is a modification of his Wolvers, but that retractable silver stake shoots out of his wrist and into the gut of the the fucking whatchamajigger dude, and I'm gonna make it melee.
Ooh, he doesn't.
15.
Yeah, 15 does not hit.
15 does not. I'll roll my next one. That's a 14.
Hey.
Fuck.
Actually, no, I
Rip.
did the wrong thing. Yeah, both of those hit. I gotta do
Oh,
evasion
sweet.
instead of brawling.
I was only
Bless.
panicking a little bit. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's 11 for the first hit and 8 for the second.
And that abates more armor, right? Or does more damage because
It,
it's
it
melee.
ignores half armor, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
And because I'm within 5 feet of him, y'all would get shit, but I'm gonna be backing out in just a second. I'm gonna take that step in, stab, and then hearing Crave's intel on the comms, pop back into Joan, slam the door.
What was the damage for the second attack?
I think it was 11 and 8. I don't know if it'll let me see it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the rest of y'all don't panic because we don't do 2 hits. Those of us shooting weapons have like the table that we look at.
Then he's good. He's technically in the driver's seat, but I can't move Ubik, so I'll just be hanging out over here. But in car.
It's your opinion.
He's fine. Just not like that guy. Damn. Okay. Do a good amount of damage to this guy. His armor is not great, so. Oh, motherfucker, come on. There we go. Alright, next, Bakaneko.
Oh, I get to go.
Your turn.
So, am I understanding that allies here are both in the car, right? Like,
Yeah.
blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both in the car, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I throw something in.
That's a little interior circulation on the AC thing.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna throw down. Since these guys are kind of concerning, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I don't want to put them to sleep because if they're about to get wrecked next turn. Let me throw down a. Are these aren't the ones that got blinded? Yeah, no, they're not. Okay, let me throw down a flashbang at these guys then, down here.
Fuck yeah.
These
So I
guys
can
right here.
lob it. Yeah.
How many feet away is that? I've got the table here. I can take a look at it.
Ooh, yeah. If you've got the table, let's see.
Looks like about 18 meters to the middle to middle.
That would be 15.
Okay. Will it let me just click on it? And
If you have an action to like, if you go to your combat, so what I've been doing is go to combat. You should have like the grenade
Oh, I
as
see
an
it.
action.
I see it.
That and you'll
Yeah.
throw it. It'll do the math like you're throwing it instead of using like a grenade launcher. or
It was a 14, but I can use a luck point on that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And you get a
yes,
freebie.
Solid.
Yeah.
Friendly reminder.
That was
Solid.
my yeah. So
That's sick.
through that flashbang.
Bang, bang.
Alright, these
Flash,
guys
flash, bang.
rolled. None of them
Flash,
passed.
flash, bang. Flash, flash, bang.
Yeah. So if any of them
These guys
survive
suck.
whatever Crave's throwing at them, then they're fucked.
So now
And
they're down.
it's the damaged eye critical injury.
and ear. Damaged ear,
Mhm.
damaged eye, critical injury.
Womp,
Ooh.
womp.
That's
Delivering the womps.
-2 to range attacks and perception.
I thought that was an Archer reference. Well,
It was.
yeah.
Womp.
Womp.
Ew.
Womp.
Damaged ear, you can, if you move further than 4 meters on a turn, you can't take a move action next turn.
Ooh.
I guess like
That's
some inner ear shit. I guess. That's
Yeah,
great.
you're staggering around and stuff. Yeah.
It's
That makes
equilibrium's
sense.
all kinds of
We'll
jacked.
take it.
All right, good job, Bakaneko.
Recovering from an ear infection. Can relate.
All right, you're gonna hold your position up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leads us to Jeremiah Crave.
I went ahead and took my action just to see, and I rolled a 14, so I'm gonna burn my free luck point to also make sure that hits them.
Yeah.
Through it. Let's see what the damage is. A biotoxin grenade, the way it works is it bypasses armor and does direct damage to their health pool instead. So they all take 10 points of damage directly to their health.
Love it for them.
And a big, like, noxious cloud pops up in the middle. I threw it like... Well, hold on, let me see if I can ping this. I threw it like right here because the way I measured, it should make like a perfect little cloud in the corner of the map here.
Oh man. They rolled critical failures on their resist, drug, and torture.
Shit.
So here's they rolled a 1, right? And that being a critical fail, they rolled another 1. So they technically
Oh my god.
They technically rolled a 0 and had the +2, and that's it.
Pretty awful.
Right? So they all take 10 damage, you said?
10 damage, yes sir.
Ew.
You
And
don't
I'll,
play.
for the pizzazz of it, I'll swing my rifle around after I get through throwing the grenade and just have it aimed down looking at him. Look at Bakaneko like, I think I'll take the one farthest away if you want to focus on the guys a little close. We'll see if we can't take this down
Can do.
iteratively.
Craig, you see as the biotoxin grenade detonates, 3 of them begin to like patting themselves and freaking out a little bit. One of them crumbles into a little pile on the floor, starts to steam a little bit.
Oh.
You killed him.
Don't
Good
like
job.
that.
It's probably the one that, yeah, it's the one that you shanked twice. I calmed down to Mateo and I'm like, hey, I didn't mean to take your kill, but when that gas disposes, just know you did most of the work.
I've been working with Dallas for years.
Alright, let's see here. You are
Shout
on
out to the Old Combat Zone by DJ Wageman.
Old combat zone. Oh, that's fitting. It's fitting as hell.
By DJ Ubik?
BJW.
There we go. I lost my music for a second there. Alright, coming up next, we got Dallas. Dallas, you see Mateo shank one of these nega bozos, I guess.
Nega Bozos.
And then you see a barrage of grenades rain down on them, which leaves them looking a little worse for wear. What you got?
So I can move my moves. So my move speed, that's squares or that's meters?
Squares.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Can I walk right up here without being in that? Is that grenade gas still hanging around? Can I walk up on this one?
Yeah, it's not like an AoE or anything.
Okay. So Dallas will just draw both pistols, stroll right up to this one that's been toxin and blinded and burst eardrums. Just raise both revolvers, and he's gonna be the gunslinger from the Dark Tower series real fast.
There you go.
So since I'm using both weapons, my handgun skill is cut in half.
But you don't have that -8 anymore, right?
Well,
We
no,
have
I
got to
still
fix
do.
that.
It is weird. I still do have the -8. So that's going to be a plus. Well, I'll do the math here in a second. Hold on.
Well,
It is only one attack. Yeah, it's weird. It's one attack and 2 damages. So let me do this
So
real
you
fast.
shoot to
Oh.
hit once, but if you hit with both of them?
Yes. Isn't that kind of weird?
Interesting.
Hold on. My +8 is... Well, since it's -8, I won't do my reflexes. I'll cut my handgun in half. So that's actually only +3, +1, +4 total. I rolled a 10 and an 8. So that's 18 + 4. Which would be 22 or 23. Which is
at a range of 2 meters.
Yeah, it's gonna hit that close. Sorry, y'all, for all the math. We're gonna get that shot. We're gonna get that thing soon. 6 on the first damage. 13 on the second damage.
Ooh, on this guy right here. Okay. Said 6 on the first.
Yes, sir. Sorry. 13 on second. I'm gonna roll some rolls so that my ammo gets used here.
So, bam, bam. So it's gonna be 5. And I'm sorry, Devin, one more time. How much was the second damage?
13. More 13.
13. Ew. Alright. You want to describe this one? 'Cause
Yeah.
You just killed this guy.
Yeah, so like Dallas sees both grenades land, and literally it's almost like he cowboys up, for lack of a better term. He comes out from behind the cover, straight up, draws both magnums, and just strolls up on this guy who's probably like crouched down or crawling, and just, you know, just splatters him to the ground. And then his pistols are tracking up for the next one, but of course that's all you can do in turn.
Thank you. As Dallas strolls up and caps one of these punk-ass clowns,
Both hands.
we go to Dearth. You big. What you got, man? Find yourself
This
securely nestled inside
turret.
of Joan.
Oh, I'm inside of Joan.
Use that turret.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah, the turret's in the passenger seat.
It's an
it
assault
is-
rifle, you said?
Yeah, it's a shoulder arms check.
Okay.
It also has auto fire 4 and suppressive fire, but I don't know what those are.
Does that mean I could shoot 4 bullets?
I think that's just a 4 for the auto fire skill. That just comes with the gun, I think.
Oh, okay. I
I think
got
it's
you.
like +4 to the hit or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna roll with this assault rifle. Which one? The other 2 remaining are blinded and deaf.
Yeah, they're slightly easier to hit if they're 7 yards away. So I think aim for that one. I guess they're both about the same to you. Excuse me. Sorry. Technically. Okay, yeah, they're both over 7 yards. So yeah, you have to be the 16.
All right, I rolled a 14.
You can use 2 luck points if you want to pass that.
Hell yeah. 2 luck
Yeah,
points.
remember you have a freebie, and that's 5d6 damage. I'll let you roll that from your end. Be more satisfying that way.
He got a call and immediately bailed. I heard the phone ring and then he just disappeared.
Yep.
No. Well, I'll roll 5d6 then. Fuck.
Yeah, get him.
Well. Oh, he should have rolled it. That's like I've rolled so many ones on my d6s thus far. So 12. Boom boom.
Which one? Who was he attacking again?
They're the
like
same distance, so I don't know if he specified. DM's choice.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see here. 12 damage. We'll do the one on the top. Stopping power of 4, which ignored his because the biotoxin ignored his armor. Wait, I was touching the wrong thing.
Hee hee.
Sorry, I had to step away. Did y'all roll the damage?
Yeah, we heard the phone ring and then the immediate gotta go.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'm gonna, I guess, pop back in the car. Other than that, I'm done.
Oh, this guy's not looking good. Pop the turret. Pow, pow, pow. Pepper this guy. He's bloody but standing.
I'm still standing.
Which comes up with these 2 remaining Bozos' turn. Let me get over there. Okay. I say the first one's going to return fire on you, Ubik.
We are at. Oh, wait, no.
I'm back in the car though, huh?
Yeah, so he's just gonna be shooting at the car, really.
Did you mean to share some music?
It's actually just so you guys know, I'll post it later. But if you're not good with most of the things what I do with assault rifle, suppressive fire is actually pretty cool because it forces them to make a concentration check or run for cover and not be able to use their action. It sounds like, and you can do it to
Ooh.
multiple enemies within like a field of view.
That's pretty sick, actually.
So you don't do any damage. You more or less just like pepper shots at them so they have to run away.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, I'm looking up a specific ruling real quick.
While he's doing that, I did find a price for that chip that I need. Y'all don't let me forget. It's at the bottom. And
The
stuff.
ambidextrous chip?
It's only 800 eddies.
Oh, I thought you bought it.
No,
Couldn't
they
find
didn't
it?
have it. They didn't have
I
it.
gotcha.
Now I know it's not as
800 eddies.
expensive as I was.
Not too bad.
For 1,000 eddies, I can get one that'll let me shoot 2 individual people. Pew, pew.
Pretty dope.
Sick.
Yeah, spring for the 1,000, dog.
Yeah, I will. I've got
All right.
Are your guns smart link?
one.
Who are they?
One is. One more needs to be, I think, to do that.
All right. You guys are in Joan. The doors of the car act like cover. So you are behind cover, so only the cover will take damage. Joan is going to take 6 damage to the structural damage points.
I also was reading earlier. I got bulletproof windows in this bitch.
Yeah.
And they have their own hit points and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, you said 6 points?
Pretty dope.
Yeah, it's right up next to your armor SP. It'll say car, and you're at 50, so it takes 6 damage. Goes tink, 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 and like a bunch of little dents are all peppered in the side of your car now.
Are any of the other clowns getting involved, or is it so far just these 4 bozos?
So
Deco
far, it
bozos?
looks like it's just these 2 right now.
Gotcha.
The other bozos are just having fun, really. Causing mayhem. Let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, right. Looks like this time Joan's gonna take 12 more damage getting shot at. And there is a critical injury applied
To the car?
to the car.
That's sick.
Fuel starts leaking out.
Or Joan.
Right in the fuel
Joan, it's an
pump.
extra explosive.
Or flight
Well, let me
torch.
look.
It actually just hits one of the TPMS sensors, and your neat airlock comes on and won't go away.
God, that's literally my work van, though. Drives me nuts.
My truck is missing once with the lights on all the time. That's
Mine
one of those
beeps like
sensors.
every time you crank it. Like,
Holy crap.
All right, it doesn't
that's
take
like you
it.
have some.
It doesn't take it, so don't worry about it.
Cool. Okay. Bless.
So your car's getting peppered, but it's still drivable. You're still fine. You're still safe behind cover. Which leaves us back to the top of the initiative with you, Mateo.
Yeah, I think.
These 2 clowns
patch
shot at
it-
your car, man.
I'll patch into Bakaneko into Dallas, or just in the group comms or whatever. Like, I'm like, you know, if you've got a good visual on the crazy bitch on top of the ice cream truck, I'm worried that she might be pretty heavily chromed out. If we can get, I just want to basically see if she's a cyber. But with that, I'm just gonna make that request as I pop out, and I'm gonna try to go for this this guy up top again. I guess I'm popping out of the driver's side, so 1, 2, 3. I'll actually pop here because I think I can. I think you big shot in a second. I can finish with the first hit. I'll go again with the silver stake. Or 19.
See here. What? This one right here.
Yeah, or the top one.
Or the top one.
Yeah, I think that's the one you big shot earlier.
Yeah, 19 definitely hits.
Fantastic. That's gonna be. Ooh, that's pretty good. 12 damage.
Okay, and this is going to ignore half armor,
Yeah.
so it only gets 1 that gets eaten. What damage did you say it was?
12.
God, how do you want to do this, man?
Yeah. So I think again he the silver stake sticks out like about 1.5 feet, 2 feet long from his wrist, and he actually like flicks his wrist and it like bends 90 degrees to where it becomes like a stake, and he just like drives it into the clown's neck and like rips him down to the ground, and then he's gonna make his second swing on the other bozo. Oh, that's a double crit. That's a 35.
Woo!
Fuck me.
Surely that kills him. I mean, oh.
Oh, I need to roll damage too. Sorry, I was too busy. Like,
Gawking at your
Screenshots.
crit.
yeah.
Take a screenshot. Post it in chat.
Oh, that's the wrong. Damage. Sorry. Ooh. 14 on that one. God damn. I'm making up for the ones I rolled in therapy.
It's like 14 on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's not looking good.
Dallas Wolf whistles at Mateo.
Bam.
Flip the stake still in my hand, flip you off. Like. And you'll notice, but since this one, if the top one is dead, he'll open up his stance a little bit to where he can keep an eye on her, like keep her and this guy in his eye line.
That being said, Mateo, you may make his perception check, and anyone else may make a perception check. Keep an eye on this crazy clown lady.
I think mine is
I-
pretty
Oh,
good,
sweet,
so
'cause
I'll
that's-
check.
I like a free perception check.
Yeah, we all
Fan
know
of
better
free
than
rolls.
to give up
Just
free
a-
perception.
Just a free
checks.
little action there.
It's
Regular
a 17.
perception? Yeah, mine is plus 10. Also 17.
I also have a plus 10.
I rolled
Mateo-
a 14.
I also rolled a
Okay.
14. That's so weird.
What's going
What the
on?
fuck, man? Quit copying my notes.
As you all look behind, peek over your shoulders to check on Mateo's psycho clown ex-girlfriend, you notice that she is thoroughly distracted with what's going on. It looks like there is a civilian in the fetal position being beaten by 2 bozos with squeaky hammers.
Yeah.
Like squeak, 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 squeak. And Naomi is just clapping her hands and giggling at the sight.
Fucking Echo just chuckled.
It sounds
So for
pretty
now,
I love everything about this.
let me hold on. Let
You
me
still
do a
into
roll.
that? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah.
Let me do a roll real quick
We
for no reason.
technically don't know.
Oh, I don't like rolls for no reason. Those are
Alright.
good news.
Yeah, nothing happens. Don't worry about it. It was
I
probably
would say
nothing.
That alright filled me with dread.
It's probably nothing.
All right. Fucking, you were up, girl.
Well, shit, because I was gonna fucking do a perception check.
Well, that was
You're
you.
so
Well,
dumb.
you all kind of made one. That was like a free action thing. So.
I know, that's why I'm like, I was gonna perceive, because he told me to perceive. Well, I guess I'm just gonna take, an regular arrow shot at the one dangerous bozo still standing.
I like anti-bozo. Is that what you
Nega bozo.
said? Nega-bozo thing.
That was a 24? Let's see, I'm 20 meters away. I have to pull it up on the sheet.
Oh, 17. That definitely hits.
Yeah, 24. It was a 24 to hit.
Roll damage, baby.
All right. Let's see for the bow damage. 16.
God. I was gonna ask you how you wanted to do this, but the way that I see it is over here. Mateo's over here wrestling with this guy, fighting him, and Mateo has him by both arms, and they're grappling each other. And as he turns, he gets hit. The clown gets hit in the head with an arrow and goes limp in Mateo's arms.
You're welcome.
He explodes. He kind of like cock his head up and give a nod of appreciation. Throw the bozo down. And he's, I mean, if they're just fucking with pedestrians and shit, and they're not actively messing with anything on this side of the fence, I think just stand our ground for now. I don't know.
Yeah, ain't our problem.
Maybe you stand on top of that manhole cover.
We'll seal that and maybe back my rear
I was gonna
tire
say,
up.
put a grenade in that manhole cover.
Your rear tire on it's a good idea.
Yeah, thirds.
Dallas is gonna quip at Mateo. I ain't surprised to see you still need saving there, boss man.
Motherfucker, I was the only reason you got one down, and I took down another one and stabbed the third one. Don't go fucking talk. You were too busy jerking off, or excuse me, jacking in to fucking get anything done.
Scared. Oh god, why are the rolls?
Okay. Don't worry about it, Devin. God.
The chat moved, and I was like, oh no.
This seems to be
I'm
my
in danger.
this seems to be my catchphrase for the night. But Brave and Bakaneko give me perception checks.
They are the spot.
Oh,
We
there's
have
all kinds-
advantage.
all kinds of
Dallas
shit.
is high.
Dallas and Mateo quibble. This is the scene where Ubik figures out that Dallas
Oh
and
my
Mateo apparently
God.
don't like each other.
I rolled a 0. I'm
Oh,
still
no.
reeling in. I'm still reeling in from how cool that shot was.
Yeah. you're-
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
mhm.
Better than a
It's like,
0. Mine was
Like-
like a 1 minus 10, man.
Fucking Echo's like, he was like grappled like this, and it threaded the needle between his shoulder and his
And
ear,
then it went
just
meow.
perfect. And then it went meow.
Meow.
I love it. Well,
Womp
do want to try to get some intel off these bozos, but might wait to see if this dies down a little bit.
Sorry. But I Google all the stuff in the tab I was reading the stuff.
The battle
that's
of
huge,
tabs.
really.
Yeah,
You're right.
battle of tabs. First, I thought one screen was enough, and then I thought 2 screens was enough. Then we started playing D&D online, and now I'm not sure 3 screens is enough.
More.
Aren't you up to 4 with your laptop?
Yeah, there's never been a situation where I've had the laptop hooked up to 3 whole screens. It's always like 3 screens and another computer on the 4th screen. But I've never had one computer on 4 screens. I'm usually going between computers when there are 4 screens.
I feel like still, if you have 5 screens in front of you, that's
Do you count tablets?
I'm going to do it this way because you both failed those perception checks.
Boo.
So the 2 additional dirty bozos that are showing up, haha,
Oh.
they get a free turn. They surprised you.
that's okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
We got snuck
They're
on.
gonna need it.
Preach.
All right, first one, the one on the left, is going to do an SMG shot at Mateo. Not Mateo. Crave. Notice you guys up on that vantage point.
That's uncalled for. I'm gonna shoot my homies. Shoot this fucker.
That was
I
waiting
don't
like
think that
this.
hits. No, 11 does not hit. Pow, pow, pow. Bunch of bullets pepper beside you.
Like, duck down and re-aim my rifle. I thought it was all done. So,
That's funny. If I put our tokens next to each other, it looks like we're aiming guns at each other, which just seems thematically fitting.
Them boys touching tips down there. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what happened when the Bozos showed up. We're over here like guns in each other's faces.
So yeah, the second shot at you was a 16, so that hits.
Oh, yeah, that is shit. I have a stopping power of 13.
Ooh, okay. He rolled double sixes, so you got a critical.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Don't like that.
Don't worry, it's
So
just
I
gonna-
only take 1 damage to my armor, but then how much do I take? You said 16? Do I take 3? How that works?
Yeah.
No, it was 12. This is a double six.
12 damage, but my armor's 13.
So you take one out of wait, no, hold on.
Don't take
13.
any,
Yeah, you
but
only
his
you,
armor
you only
is-
take 3. Yes.
Okay.
13's absorbed, and your armor's 12 now. Let me roll you a random critical injury because those are fun.
Finally on the time I gave everyone whiplash.
Karma.
Forgot about that.
Bakeneko never forgets.
Ew. This is tragic, but you suffered the dismembered arm injury.
Shit.
Can it be
I'm
my
gonna
left
say-
arm to get to pick?
Yeah, right. I mean, you can pick a left or right, whichever one. Whichever
I've
weapon-
invested a little more in, so I guess the other one.
Whichever weapon is in that arm, you drop though.
That would probably be my gun, because I think I've got the stabber on the right, and then the gun on the... Oh, maybe it's the opposite. Gun hand is down, and then stabby hand is good.
You have meat arms, right? You don't have any cyber arms.
So I like the exoskeleton and the it's not a cyber what is it?
I don't think you.
The
you
linear
won't-
frame and the muscle bone lace?
Yeah, those are like.
I think it's
chest.
skeletally enhanced, but I still have meat, I think.
Yeah. All right, so technically everything below your elbow is fucking useless on that arm, Mateo.
How am I gonna flip Dallas up?
Dallas
Well, I
Fort,
got a weapon.
Brave should be able to help you, but there's no quick fix for it. You'll have to go to
Ooh.
surgery.
Do I need like a tourniquet?
Put the arm on ice.
He said useless,
the-
which. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the time being, you're not in any immediate danger of dying, but your death save penalty has increased by 1.
Noted.
All right, Bakeneko,
Wow.
you just saw what just conspired. Wait, no, you already took your turn. That's right.
Yeah, I already ran.
All right, so we're Crave. What you got, Crave?
It's my turn. I see his arm get blown off, and I'm like, oh hell. And I flip around at whichever one shot him. I don't know which one it would have been. Actually, I would have shot the one that shot at him versus the one that shot at me. So I guess it's this one.
One on the left, right here. No, the one that shot at
This
you.
one?
Yeah, the one that shot at you was this guy. The one that shot Mateo was this one.
The one that's further away. The one that's beside Mateo is the one that shot at him.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably shoot at that guy. Hold on.
Looks like we're at a 14-meter shot.
Man, I know I could do this from the... Hang on. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it from the app. I know I could do it from my character sheet. It's one of the few things you can do from the character sheet easily, but it's just easier if I do it this way. Attack! I rolled a 20?
Assuming that hits. Fuck yeah.
I will roll some damage. It's gonna be 22 points of damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
I rolled a 6, 2 5s, and 2 3s. That's pretty. That's all.
All right. So
Yeah, I would have to. It would have to be
Wait.
over 100 meters away for a 20 not to hit.
what was the damage you said?
Oh Jesus.
22, I think.
22, yes.
Yeah, 22. That's what it was. Minus. It's not a lot. He doesn't absorb a lot, so he takes 18 of those damage. Jesus.
If Mateo did have a cyber arm.
Feels like we're all getting
7
cyber now.
damage.
We'll hook you up later, buddy.
He is looking rough already, right out the gate. Alright, that's your action. I'm assuming you're holding position.
Yeah, I'm not moving or anything.
Dallas!
I'm very conflicted. Part of me really wants to stroll over here and do that thing where you like body check someone to get him on the ground. So like puts his legs behind Mateo's legs and throws his shoulders into his chest to like knock him over. You know, like get down, Mr. President kind of shit. But I won't do that. I won't be happy. Assuming that Ubik here has a better line of sight on this guy, I will stroll to here. Oh, to here. You know, I'm gonna get right up on this guy to do the thing. Okay, I'm going to attack. So, oh shit, it's not gonna. I need to make a 13, and I did not. 4 plus 3 plus 1. No, not 13. So, Dallas does not. Shoots kind of wide, or maybe gets too close.
Is that?
Dang.
Because I have to make a 13 that close to him, and yeah, by the time you take all the minuses and stuff away. Oh, sir.
Tragic.
Indeed.
Alright, Mr. Ubik. We're going to you. You're securely in the car next to the machine gun turret.
I'm gonna just chill here for a minute. I'm kidding. I'm gonna pop the door open and use my pistols to shoot at the one that got Mateo. It says rate of fire 2, so is that 2 shots?
2 shots.
Or 1 pistol, 2 shots?
Yeah.
2 girls
Alright.
up.
At 8 meters.
Is that 8 meters? Alright. So that's gonna be... I gotta beat a 15, is that what that means?
Heavy pistol.
Yeah, whatever's on the chat
Oh,
or
yeah,
on the
here.
chart.
Yeah, 15,
Weapon
yeah.
range chart,
Okay. Alright, first shot is a 17.
That's a hit.
That's gonna be 3d6
Give it to him.
for 8 damage.
8.
And the second shot is a 19 for 7 damage. 15 damage total.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can just pop back inside the car.
Dang. Alright, Ubik, how do you want to do that? That was a good amount of hits.
Well, it wasn't an aim shot. I'm just screaming something in Russian
He goes blah blah blah.
right in the neck.
And the bozo falls. Another thing you
Wow.
guys notice, as these bozos are falling and you kill them, you notice that the mechanical laughter coming from them doesn't stop.
Hmm.
No.
Almost like it's a recording that's playing.
They all bombed up.
Alright. This last guy's turn. Gonna do another roll here real quick for a 20. 18.
Yep.
Alright. These 3 solos that have been fighting bozos are going to notice the one remaining dirty bozo that you guys are fighting. And you hear him shout out that those are the bozos that attacked the Forlorn Hope. And upon everyone hearing this, even the surrounding bozos next to the solos, they all stop and turn to the dirty bozos.
Ooh.
See here. I'm trying to see if I want to give you guys a check for this or not.
Race war?
You know what? We're already at 12:45. The 3 of remaining solos and a good number of the remaining bozos all stormed the barricade. But as you notice, they pushed past you guys and beat the remaining dirty bozos to death.
He's going again. Can I pick up my arm and just like beat him with it? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I've got a 46 to brawl. I figure that might carry over. Improvised weapon.
All right, guys. With the last dirty bozo being killed, there seems to be some kind of agreement between the Forlorn Hope solos that are here and the remaining bozos. That some kind of justice has been served. That the attack on the Forlorn Hope was not part of the bozos. It was somebody. They're like bozos, but they're not. And it's really weird.
Nozos.
The Nozos. Fuck Joey. I love that.
It's pretty good.
Good enough.
Dallas wants to give Mateo a good 5 minutes of beating this dude with his own arm, but then he's gonna pull him off him. Need you to get a grip, Hoss. We got a job to finish. Dallas will put a tourniquet on his arm while he's mentioned.
Around this time though, it would appear like things are starting to die down a little bit. The bozos have kind of had their fill. They've accidentally, seems, crushed a faction of rival bozos. The Forlorn Hope mercs are kind of pleased that their trap to bring out the dirty bozos worked. Rex will approach you, and he'll let you know that it wasn't a clean job, and everything's street level. All the windows are broken out of all the stores. Cars are on fire.
We did get a flashback.
There's, the bodies of pedestrians that have been gunned / run down, along with the bodies of bozos and other mercs. But overall, one block was defended. Let's see here.
I'm in the corner holding up the manhole cover, like kicking the 2 corpses next to it in the hole. I'm like, what do you mean it wasn't a clean job? There's nothing on this side of the barricade. I don't know what you want from me. And then I stab Mateo in the arm with a speed heal.
Yeah, I
Rex
feel like
looks-
Wakaneko's also dragging some bodies.
Does this
Dead.
bloody nub become like a scarred over nub? That's what I imagine. Like it goes from bloody and dripping to like seal.
I don't know. But you get to
He
immediately
like tucks
gain...
his forearm under his armpit and then like gets his fob to open the trunk and then he just throws his arm in the back of the trunk.
You gain body plus will HP back when I stab you with that.
The funny thing is, I didn't really take a lot of the HP damage.
You did.
Chop my fucking arm.
It's just all I had on me. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna stab him with something.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
I mean, the
No
other
body
option
damage
was that
at
you
will?
could, body plus will.
My body is jacked, so that's 18. That's pretty nice.
I mean, the
Material
other
looks
option
like
is that
buff
I had a surge. You can stay awake for 24 hours unimpeded if you want. You could just be angry all the time, or you could take some healing.
I'm already angry all the time. Well,
Rex will let you know that any and all damages and collateral, admittedly, was out of your guys' hands.
Damn right.
Right. So you get your 1,250 credits.
Woo! Money.
I'll take
I
that.
love money.
that's good, right?
Mhm.
Well,
This is
There should be like a math in this thing for me. I don't want to do this math.
Is it not dumb
I
that
know,
you
right?
can't add? It's
just press the plus button 1,250 times. Dude.
Alright.
Don't bitch about it.
Golly, my fingers
suck
gonna
my
be
dick.
jacked.
Oh boy.
Mateo does want to know if either Bakaneko or Dallas were able to clock that particular Harley Quinn as a cyber psycho or just regular crazy clown.
Is that a particular like tech check? Although caveat, if Dallas checks, he's gonna question you about it later. He's gonna be like, "Why are you so interested in her?"
I'd
If I
say
check, I won't ask you any questions. I'll just be like, oh, she look crazy.
anybody that wants to can do a human perception check
Human perception.
based on your recent memories of her. If anybody has a decent enough cyber tech check, you can also check that one out.
Alright, cyber. Let's kind of see
My
how
cyber
grown-
tech is 11.
Yeah,
I crit on a human perception
Mine is-
for a total of 22.
Oh, wow, my cyber tech is. Oh, I rolled a 1. Don't matter.
I
what
rolled
it
an
is.
18 on my cyber tech.
I rolled
You.
a 15.
All right. For your guys' objective opinion, yeah, she's cyber psycho. But then again, most of the bozos are.
That tracks.
Mateo,
Kind of
you
a prerequisite.
you specifically, Mateo, since you have history with this woman. Notice that, like, the last little bit that you guys interacted with each other, she's never been a stable person, so to speak. But
Okay.
right, but even now, you can she's a little more unhinged than she was, which was already a lot unhinged.
I think with a 15, I calmed down and I'm like, she's cyber psycho, but I think she's like the fun kind. I don't know.
She might
Yeah,
just be
it's-
regular. She might just be regular psycho.
There's the crazy hot like ratio that you have to overcome. You don't want to put your dick in crazy, but if it's hot enough, you know it might be worth it. You got to.
No, it's never worth the house.
You called me Mr. J. I don't know what that was
I
about.
mean-
but it's
I mean,
really
that's
did
up
it for me.
I mean, that's up to you.
I can't do the clown thing, man. It's.
Is that like,
Mm-mm.
God.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
She would make balloon animals out of our condoms. Like it was a whole thing every time. It was.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, what? You knew one of them clowns there, Mateo? That doesn't surprise me.
And she wasn't
raised
so-
that much
I think I
She
heard
wasn't
him.
so clowny.
He called her Boonzo.
Oh, I lost that pun. I'm sorry. What was that?
Bonezo.
Enzo.
I need a drink.
God. I look over at Bakaneko and I'm like, yeah, when I said earlier when I was asking if they were those are clowns, I specifically meant those two. And I'm pointing at Mateo and Dallas.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely got that one.
It's true.
That's
I
funny.
know what you're putting down.
Dallas is occasionally like poking Mateo's raw stump just to aggravate him.
It'll get infected if you keep doing that to him.
That's the grossest cyberpunk thing I've ever heard. Just poking his stump.
Yeah.
His fresh stump.
His fresh stump. Ugh.
At least it's partially healed over.
Does it hurt when I go like this?
It only hurts when you touch it. Don't touch!
You know what? Can I roll on Dallas?
Wait for what?
For poor decisions. I want to pop him with the stake. Maybe like I want to like aim for a critical area, but I'll get him in the foot or something.
The hand.
Oh, a 28.
It's like when you stab someone in the hand with a pencil.
I've gotten 1s and 10s on almost every roll. That is bizarre.
Do I get to try to dodge that? Is that a thing?
Oh, you can hit an evasion. Or you guys can do opposing brawling checks.
Oh. Is it one or the other? Very confused. Let me see what my problem
It depends. I guess it
is.
depends on what Mateo wants to do. If he's doing a melee attack, you can evade it.
Yeah, melee attack. I think.
Okay, let me find my vision. I also don't mind to do a brawling check from the perspective of like, they just have a little spat. 6.
I should have hit you with my other arm, but I threw it in the car.
16, so it does
16?
Just
do not.
clock him with a
That's
stump at disadvantage.
That's 7 points of damage. That was pretty good. I feel vindicated with 7 points of damage.
Wait, 7
That's
total?
more than I took the whole fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Or 7, I guess, after armor and stuff. I
Yeah,
basically
my
just
armor's 11.
into a steel toe boot. Like,
Yeah.
You guys realize this means that there's going to be an enemy scaling soon.
what now?
I'm like, oh man, I don't want to like steamroll these guys, and I'm like, oh wait, I made them too easy, I guess, huh?
Balancing encounters, like I'm not sure how it is in Cyberpunk, but it's a tricky fucking thing.
It's about the same, yeah.
It helps when we're prepared too. Like
yeah.
Stuff we're not prepared for would be much different.
Having the time to prep for that was easier for sure, but I think if they all would have came at us, it would have been scary.
That's true. I was like, something.
Let's say with 16 of them or however many, yeah, that would have been bad. We would technically only fought 6, I guess, so 1 for each of us.
Alright, y'all wanna loot some bodies? Y'all wanna investigate?
Echo's already
Yeah.
picking
Yeah.
pockets.
Not for sure.
Yeah, I figured you guys would.
Why are they laughing? Why are they still laughing? Do they have
Yeah.
bombs on them?
Is that Cybertech to see what they
That's why I
have?
was scooping them into the sewer, by the way, so that if there was any laughing, I didn't want it to exist anymore. I was like, if it's gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up underground.
Wait, stop. We could burn their bodies as well after we got done.
Okay, with the Bozos, if you want to investigate them, you can either give me a perception check or a cyber tech.
I rolled 17 on my Cybertech this time.
Ooh. Dallas,
That was a 13.
you notice that the dirty Bozos appear to be average-sized people, but their lower arms and lower legs have been amputated and replaced with cyber hands and feet.
Hardcore.
You'll notice that their larynxes were also removed and replaced with mechanical voice synthesizers.
I would like to crush those so the laughing stops.
Boom, laughing stops.
Mm.
Inside their skulls are processor units that appear to have been implanted in a way that lobotomized them.
Oh god.
Shit. Dallas
But this
convinced
also-
the group.
But this also made them immune to pain and took away any free will they had. You notice that there are memory chips inside their heads, but they have been melted when their vitals stopped.
Oh no.
Melted in the
See if
same
you
way
can
as the other ones.
Recover. See if you can find something. Can I investigate further?
Yeah.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Can I help him attempt to recover? It's like fucking forensics, computer forensics, but on dead bodies.
Would the lobotomy thing have any sort of like signature on it by who made it?
Ooh.
I will also tell you on my initial perception check, I rolled a 1 total.
I rolled a 30.
And how
Yeah,
about plus
those-
10?
Yeah, yeah, Crave. These guys seem pretty dead.
You're like, I'm still kicking him in the sewer. Like, there's nothing to look at. It's fine.
Mateo, with your 30, God. You've determined that there's nothing salvageable in their chip slots. But while you're noticing them, you notice that the augmentations they have couldn't be more than a few days old. I mean, they have fresh chrome, freshly lobotomized, and it seems that they were armed with mostly outdated Militech SMGs.
Outdated. I wonder if these are the same people that have been gone missing lately. Those of y'all that read our news article for today mentioned a higher uptake of people going missing.
If I can be completely honest with you, Devin, I didn't even piece that together. I'm like, oh yeah, that would do it, yeah.
The question is, so is the chip that melted, does it seem to be the same as the cigarette chip? Am I able to determine that?
You're not able to determine,
Okay.
but with, God, I'd say especially with Mateo's high ass fucking roll, there are similarities, but these are different circumstances. Like the people, the suiciders you encountered earlier, while they did seem to be under some kind of control, they weren't very heavily augmented the way these guys were.
Well, this is straight fucked up.
Crave, you also notice with the cyberware itself is custom.
Oh.
It's made of modified pieces, aftermarket parts. Seem to have put together by a private ripper dog somewhere.
So they didn't just buy this.
Is there anything I could roll to see if I recognize the craftsmanship? It's a long shot, but
Give me a cyber tech or maybe a concentration check.
let's see what I can do here. cyber tech or concentration. Where's
Crave
my
gets
cyber
halfway
tech?
through his examination. Wait a minute, I put this in here. Well,
I
Macaulay.
How could I have done that? I rolled a 9, so not too good.
Not great. See, with 9, I'd say you'd be able to tell like what brands the cyberwares were, but you can't really get a good grasp on, or there's no like indication on who exactly made it.
Oh, fair enough. See, when I put cyberware, and I always sign it in like a special kind of way. Nobody would know unless they were another Ripper dog. I don't see nothing here that means anything to me, so it could be anybody.
It is. I'm not sure if it's connected to the ziggurat thing because those were chips that were fried, like would kill the person and then fry itself. These we killed and then the chips fried. So it's slightly different, but still unusual. Or is it like a common thing to like cover your tracks, like have like basically when your pulse stops, clear my browser history? You know what I mean? You're on mute if you're talking, Dave.
I think you're
I'm sorry, what?
probably right.
Probably.
They could be related, but I agree that it's not
Not the same
mode
MO?
of death. Yeah. Well, it is concerning though the thought that there is probably a corporation out there potentially abducting people and making them into what do you want to call? I don't even know what you want to call it. Fucking remote bozo terrorists. Kind of fucked up. What else could we potentially take
Bozo
away
terrorists.
from the crime scene?
I mean, way I see it's
We
you know, we fought them vampire cosplayers before, and that they were just being weirdos. Maybe these guys are also just being weirdos. They wanted to come out here and have a good night, and some of them did, some of them didn't.
I ain't sure
You
that
think it's
these ones
worth-
here could have came of their own volition. They had to have been seen, based on that.
do you think it's
hardware
worth
they had.
checking out the sewer?
Dallas looks upset that Mateo had a good thought. Can't bring himself to say good thought.
Why don't you go in the sewer and track them, and we'll follow up top. And
As you look into the sewer, you find it's full of red balloons.
ah,
No, there's nothing in the
Look-
sewer.
little
That's
paper
what we in
boat
tonight's
floats down the
session.
street.
Mm,
99 red balloons.
man, we hopefully will have a meeting with someone from Ziggurat in the next couple of days, but I don't know, like, if that's not connected, where would we go next to look at this? To look at these Bozo dudes being Bozo dudes,
Mm,
because we didn't recognize any of the cyberware. You don't know who made it.
Does not initially seem to
Older
be connected to the
Militech.
ziggurat case.
No, it does not. Older Militech SMGs. So, having served in the army, which was apparently Militech, does that give Dallas any sort of inkling of, like, how old are these? Are these, like, recently abandoned? Are they, like, does he have any sort of context for, like, these are easy to get, these are hard to get? Like,
Wait, I'm sorry, what exactly?
the SMGs that they had, I was wondering if Dallas had any idea of, like, when they were used.
With Dallas's experience, these are pre-Fourth Corporate War. It seems like somebody got a hold of like an old stockpile.
Makes me think it's not corporate.
Who would,
I
who would
wouldn't-
benefit from stuff on this
Is-
block being destroyed?
What's
What businesses are in this block?
Hate to say it, but that might be something only the Bozos know.
Are there?
I'd be
I guess-
curious
oh.
if there were other reports of bozos coming out of the sewers in other areas. Was it just randomized and they picked that sewer, or was it a target?
well, and not to overthink it, but I think if Dallas conveyed that a little bit, I would say, well, in my experience, these kind of people just enjoy anarchy for the sake of it, right? But it seems like somebody was behind this. Now it could be somebody finally got their hands on some tech and just decided, let's go a little crazy tonight, test something out, see what we can do. Maybe it's not connected to anything at all, or maybe it's more important than we understand, and we'll get a threat in a day or two once we pay attention to the news.
I agree with Mateo. Maybe not today, considering one of us is armless. We should.
Well, I'm half armed.
You're always half armed and half cocked. Always have.
Yeah, you beat
Uh, I think we should go poke around underground. See what we can find. It's worth a look.
You're saying in the sewer, or?
Yeah, if that's where they came from, like maybe we try to retrace their steps. Maybe we can't. Maybe we don't find anything. But it's probably our best lead of trying to figure out like where'd they come from. Who, you know,
There is
even
a tracking skill, and I'm pretty decent at it.
I vote we came back.
I'm already taking my shoes off and throwing them in the trunk. I threw my backups in the trunk of Mateo's car.
I'm just picturing Cave
Nice.
going to the sewer barefoot. Like, what the fuck?
No,
No,
he
we
puts
need-
on his sewer shoes.
We need to get you healed up first, though. We need to get you
They're called Toms, alright. Don't get it twisted.
Can I try to track in the sewer and see if we can follow where this leads?
Yeah, dude, give me a tracking check.
21. That is another crit. Like,
Damn,
I
dude.
don't understand what's happening.
That is a really good roll. So with that high-ass, really good roll, you've thoroughly determined that the sewer doesn't really lead anywhere.
Hmm.
It appears that they were just in the sewer, waiting.
So they came in from the top and loaded themselves there ahead of time.
These street cameras have recording devices.
I mean, if the
Like if,
business if the businesses kept the footage, you don't know how long they've been down there. Them being lobotomized,
And they-
cyberbugs and all.
And they could have got in a block away and walked to, there's a few different ways they could have gotten there. Interesting.
Maybe I misunderstood.
So now we know that they had to be placed there ahead of time. So that location was premeditated. We just don't know why that location.
That, or there was nothing to track. Like they were just sent to this specific manhole cover. But like, what are you gonna track back, right?
Yeah.
Like if they all just came up this one manhole cover because they were sent here, like we get to find footprints in the sewer, which is mostly water and poop. Like,
Yeah. Well, with Mateo's roll, I can safely tell you there's nothing in the sewer.
I think,
The book specifically tells me there's nothing in the sewer.
I think there
It
is.
looks like we know.
The sewer tunnel they came in
Yes.
from provides no clues
We-
whatsoever.
we believe in the book.
I say the
Yeah,
book is like,
good book.
we know what these fuckers will get distracted with.
They're like, they're gonna try to check the sewer. There's nothing in there. I'm
I don't
like,
think
yeah,
if
okay.
there's any
fair.
other leads we have, or anything,
Well-
anything else to question or draw?
Well, it seems like one of you turns out has a bozo contact.
It's not me. Or
Drama.
is it?
Talk about Mateo.
Mm-hmm.
Honk honk, Mateo.
Yeah, no, I've honked. I should have known that she was going to be a bozo when her breast honked.
Honk, honk.
There were clues. I should have paid more attention.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
All right, and I am gonna
Uh,
do a little bit of hand holding because I love you guys, but you guys do have a little bit of reputation with the bozos.
Yeah, didn't we help them out with
During the Dracula show, you were seen by a large amount of people defeating the fool.
That's right.
What do I have to do to have the opposite of rep with the Bozos?
With the bozos?
Notoriety.
Well, you see, there's like there's positive reputation and there's negative reputation.
Curse, I want them to fear me.
You do cool badass shit, you get positive reputation. If you do little bitchy cowardly shit, you get negative reputation, which negates your
okay.
positive.
I don't have to be affiliated with them. I just have to look cool in front of them. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, man, I ain't never drank a Fago in my entire life. I'm just gonna say it out in the open right now.
Whoop whoop, my good sirs.
We could just, because we know now that the regular Bozos do not like the no Bozos. We could just go talk to them.
The nose.
Oh, yeah.
The Nozos, yeah.
You have to be
Isn't there like all the Bozos hate each other?
They do seem to have.
Isn't there like some sort of like fight between the factions? They're all trying to fight for the #1 spot.
It does seem to be like there is some infighting, but you can't really find any specifics. Just from what you've seen.
Right. I don't know if that's meta knowledge.
I mean-
just all beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, you guys did see some infighting.
I can get along with a guy that hits a guy with a squeaky hammer for fun. That seems interesting. But these guys just had terrible music boxes in their faces. That's not for me.
we can turn over a few stones.
Looks like you guys have uncovered some dissent within the Bozo ranks. And you've uncovered a connection that maybe connects these dirty Bozos to the Ziggurat deaths. Maybe. We'll see.
Give us a route.
Yeah, it's like 112. Alright. I think we're gonna call it there, guys. But Rex congratulates you on a job well done, and you get your 1,250 eddies each. For the successful defense of one block.
We
Fuck
did it.
yeah.
We did it. We did it.
We saved the city.